Star Wars Rebels Season 1, Episode 5, Breaking Ranks. This episode opens with some Stormtrooper cadet training. Ezra is a mole. He has snuck into the ranks and is part of the training group. The first test that this cadet group goes through is a vertical climb with moving platforms, similar to a game of Mario. Ezra, of course, excels at this because he can predict when the next platforms will appear, and the Imperial officers take note of this. Kanan and Hera stay back with the ship like they do in most episodes, while Zeb, Sabine, and Chopper are on the Imperial ship keeping an eye on Ezra. Kanan says they've been doing this operation for like 2 weeks, so does that mean that Zeb, Sabine, and Chopper have been on the Imperial ship for 2 weeks? Undetected? It's hard to believe, but it's entertainment. Oh well. So, Ezra has access to the Imperial ship and sneaks his way into Agent Callus's office. He attempts to steal a decoder, but he is caught red-handed by another cadet named Zaire Leonis. This is the moment where Ezra realizes he isn't alone. Leonis tells Ezra that the Empire has his sister, so he's willing to help him in the fight. Leonis shows Ezra that if he takes the decoder past the door, it will trigger an alarm. I think this is a friendship that will be a lot of fun to watch in the future. I hope Leonis comes back in future episodes. This is also a time where we see a side of Ezra that we haven't really seen before. He helps out strangers and we see his ability to rally a small group. We also see a compassionate side of him, where his mission becomes more complicated and he's looking out for his new buddies. I like how the character of Ezra continues to develop. Kanan mentions a Kyber crystal, which was something that George Lucas originally had written for the original trilogy script. The Kyber crystals are Force-attuned crystals that are used in the construction of lightsabers. I never really liked the idea of Kyber crystals, and I still don't. Sometimes things are better left to imagination and mystery. Not everything has to be explained. Not everything needs a Wikipedia page devoted to it. I understand we all love this universe and we want to know as much about it as possible, but I still believe that keeping things small, focused, and occasionally mysterious is a better way to carry out a story. Okay, back to the episode. Ezra and Leonis finish in the top 3 for the next training event and gain access to the headquarters again. This time they team up to steal the decoder from Agent Callus, and it's a success. Ezra floats the decoder up to himself in the vent that he's hiding in, while Leonis distracts Callus at the door. The Inquisitor is hailed and tells the Imperial officers that are training this bunch of cadets that he wants to see these new quick-learning cadets. We find out that his plan is to put them into custody if they pass his test. It's another double cross, another plot twist, and this series seems to be full of them so far, and I'm really digging it. Chopper is not a goofy mess in this episode. He's actually useful. He is disguised with black paint and is scooting around the Imperial ship and eventually sabotages a walker. I'm glad that they gave Chopper something to do instead of being the go-to comic relief. Ezra escapes with a third cadet, but Leonis stays on the ship pretending to fight off the rebels because his goal is to find his sister and he believes staying aboard the ship is the only way to succeed in that. At the same time that our rogue cadets are fighting on the ship, a space battle is also taking place. There's something special in Star Wars where multiple battles are happening at once. During Return of the Jedi, we have a space battle, a land battle, and the lightsaber battle between Luke and Vader. I have always loved this. It brings the story to a head, all cylinders are firing, and everything is put on the line. That's how the end of this episode made me feel. Classic Star Wars. This episode was a fun character study of Ezra, and I think they did a fantastic job showing the audience more of his abilities and persona. On to the next episode. Thanks for watching my Star Wars Rebels review series. Hello Greedo, out.
Always with you, it cannot be done.